Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play UFO Defense. Oh, hello there. Very small, very high, small scale mutant retaliation. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Okay, so yeah, I guess we can just leave it for now. Go to base and then pause the game for a moment. Yeah, so last episode we finally ended the month of March, and unfortunately one country has left. I think it was India that left. I don't know why, because I thought that India and XCOM got along rather well, but of course the aliens were able to infiltrate and charm the government there, and well, it's out of the nations of the willing, so to speak. Yeah, so we are losing a lot of countries, and maybe I mean, it's okay right now. The funding is still majority of funding is actually supplied by selling the heavy armament, so it's no problem. But if all the countries leave, then there might be a condition where the XCOM ceases to function, basically, because it loses its reason to exist without any kind of support from the worldwide community. Good nations who are willing to fight the aliens support this LP, just like you are, the viewers. Anyways, yeah, so at the end of March, there was a result from the psionic laboratory, and the result was very, very encouraging. Actually, it was very encouraging. A lot of good psionics. I think after a month of testing, the personnel there were able to, I don't know what they got in the waters, but a lot of good candidates were selected. I don't know whether that is RNG or something that is increased to the mean, because the first test result, I was rather disappointed. I remember there had basically nobody sniffing the 80 strength in psionics. So I was rather discouraged. I thought the 80 plus was rather, a rare thing, rare breed, if you will. But this time around, I got a lot of even over 90s, and especially from this base, North African base. Egypt has not abandoned us yet, so hopefully this relationship continues. But yeah, I mean, I was really encouraged because they have soldiers and the high liberty of giving them classifications depending on how strong they were in terms of strength. And the star indicates that they have a really high strength, as you can see, 89. So high 80s to high 80s plus, I gave a star, and then plus basically I think between 80 to high 80, and then the PS plus around 70. And I guess I decided not to really maybe I did, even the high 60s, I think I decided to use them as psionics. Yeah, high 60s even. But after that, less than 60, I just give them this moniker, or even outright name for dismissal. I think I can show you. I think it's indicated by X. Yeah, so these guys I really don't feel it's going to be needed, although this guy is brave. Other ratings are not that good, so I can't really find any use for this particular person, this guy or this guy, so I just give them the boot. Hopefully they go and do better things. And yeah, but then these guys are basically stars of our new squadron in Egypt, and we are about to finish, I think, also the Avenger here in 1 day and 23 hours. So we are basically set for pressuring the aliens on this side of Atlantic, although it could have been I think I wasted a month, so it could have been useful if I were able to bring this kind of strength in the last month instead of this month. Might have prevented the Indian infiltration if I got my act together in the last month. But well, I mean, even I guess we just have to make do with it. And then I think we had a pretty good thing going here, raiding alien bases and whatnot. So anyways, in this space too, we got some really good candidates, as you can see by the new moniker. And then I mean, it's not as good as Egypt, but still we got one good guy, 88, Leandra Mardas, and she was actually there for a number of missions, 4 missions already, and then just gave her, a bit of a shake in the sci labs, and she apparently had a really good rating. So, and yeah, these guys are rather new rookies, as you can see. So she's pretty good. She's also very good. And Sayako Kikuchi, okay. I thought that she was part of the squad for a long time, but no. And all these rookies were discovered to have been really good. And now these guys are, I think this guy is actually a new guy, or he has been here for a while. I don't know how he got this kind of ranking, but he was promoted to sergeant. Still inside training. All these guys are inside training still. I just want him to increase their skills really quickly, just like I did with these guys. Was there. And I was able to increase the skill level by around 30 or so, 30 to 40. I think this is going to be rather slower as we increase in skill. So there will be a bit of a regression going on in the psionic training, so I got them off. They're gonna increase the skill only by fighting. So hopefully I can increase these guys' skills as well as the time goes by. Let's dismiss first. The soldiers I earmarked to be dismissed. And I did this off screen because I wanted to save some time. This guy, I gave him big X because I'm planning to use this guy as a bit of a bait. I heard that it's a legitimate strategy to use a guy with really bad psionic strength and really bad anything to be mind controlled right away, to serve as a bit of a, draw all the attacks, all the mind attacks toward him or her to spare other guys from the harm's way. So I guess I picked this unfortunate guy to be such a candidate. I'm gonna try him against maybe the sectoid. Not going to have any weapons on him, maybe stun rod or something, but yeah, aside from that, he's going to be just roaming around, basically witless. And then but then these guys are gonna sec this guy. So not a lot, but yeah, still. And the same goes for these guys as well. Let's see. So let's check why I decided to give them the boot. Just a short look. So for example, Barnabas, I mean, he's really brave. That's why I gave him the chance to be tested. But then he's found to be very, very weak. So he's just going to be redundant. And all the brave guys, not going to serve as a bait because these guys might be able to resist mind control attacks for a few turns. But I don't know. It might be better if I just hire new guys to test out rather than keeping these guys around even as guards. So I just sack them and then make it a bit simple. Yeah, the management is basically going into overdrive, management of personnel, and it's going to be rather hard to keep track of everything. So some of this stuff I do it off screen from now on. Just gonna show you what I plan to do. And I also plan to maybe change the names to be more interesting. Kind of a charm of this game where you can name your soldiers only to see him or her getting killed. But now I feel that these guys might be able to stick around a bit. So maybe I give them interesting names and all that. Okay, so I need to remind myself to hire more guys to be tested in the sci labs. Right now, all these are occupied by the psionics and also some candidates that I've left hanging around. And here, let me see, I need to build some facilities. Looks like I need to build another workshop here and hire more engineers. I think these guys are making something, or should be making something. Right now, the stores, we have hover tank, some good amount of heavy plasma, stun bomb. Maybe they might need a blaster launcher. Yeah, so maybe I can make it, or how long does it take to make around 2? Okay. Oh, it only requires alien alloy. Interesting. After 80,000. Okay. 6 days. Alright, not bad. I think I can hire more engineers here, because they have space for 15 more. I need to increase the living quarters then. Living quarters. Here we go. How about this? Yeah. Here and another workshop. Don't need laboratory right now. Okay, workshop takes a whole month. Wow. Okay. So this is fusion launcher, the defensive system. Can hire more engineers here. 15 more. Going to be full. Okay, so we just found out these guys are hanging around. From this space, I don't think I can do anything. Still being built. And I'm planning to open up another base, preferably in Australia. I think Australia is still within the console. And we found a new base in Africa. I don't know what race is actually operating this base. I need to find out what kind of supply ships, what race flies any kind of ship from there. And we'll know soon enough. I think this is also building hyperwave, already built hyperwave decoder. Okay, great. So next up is going to be taking on the other base, the Hawaiian base in Hawaii, helmed by I think Snakemen and their buddy chrysalids. Need to think about ways to make this more effective. Now bring to hover tank, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. And going to be yeah, just this one. I think, yeah. PS the equal sign here. I think this guy is being tested. Yeah, that's the destination I gave particular candidates in the laboratory right now. So might be okay if I just leave them be. Yeah, so I just give these guys a bit of rest. And then I think these guys will be able to do it. Oh, it reminds me, I need to also make, I don't know how many more, but I think I have 5 Siams. I think I need to make 5 more. Yeah. This is enough. I need to make 5 more. Just get these guys. Maybe I should have most of the guys I kicked off sacked were rookies, so they were not really suited for anything. But if I had suit on them, I definitely lost the suit that I had on the guys who I sacked. Hopefully I didn't. That's my possibility. Looks like I didn't though. I have plenty of this suit. Okay, good, good. Need to make 5 more Siams, I think. Alright, so this is empty. I don't know how much it is, but probably a hefty amount. Not gonna take that long, but still, it's going to be an expense. Have a hard time. Where is Siams? Alright, here we go. 5. 800,000. Wow, okay. 1 day, 12 hours. Okay, that's not too bad. 5 Siams. And how about here? It's going to be a whole lot different. I think I'm gonna wait until the Avenger is constructed. Yes, I'm spending a lot of money for sure. Yeah, they're trying to find out where my base is here. Yeah, I need to really take care of it. The battleship coming along, then you definitely know that something bad is gonna happen. Supply ship Muton. Okay, the supply ship also following the scout that we just saw. Infiltration, Central Asia. Okay, so it might be going. I don't know where it's actually heading toward, but I think we need to take care of it. Just, you know, destroy it. It's gonna go into the water, anyways. Okay, destroyed. Good. Flash's Snakeman intercept using the lightning. Alright. So this is probably going to this base. Actually not. Alright, so alright. So this is Snakemen supply ship and it is going to their base or have started out from some base in Europe. Yeah, it takes a long time to try and building an Avenger, not only to carry more troops to the field of battle, but also to make this a bit more easier. Crash lands into the water. Spent a lot of money this beginning of this episode. Okay, so there must be some kind of a base here. I think I could probably intercept this. Rearming, okay. How about now? Right. And after the Avenger is constructed, I'm gonna send the lightning over to this base. Sectoid, Aryan Terror, Australia. Oh no, Australia is the next target for us, for building our own base. So better intercept it using the Avenger. And sectoid ship, so yeah, I mean it's gonna contain some terror units as well, which I believe to be the what is it called? The cyber disk. Wow. Okay, crash lands. I kind of think that maybe because all these crash landed UFOs into the ocean, there might be some attacks that might be brewing out of the sea itself, which I believe is basis for the sequel to this game, Terror from the Deep. All the crashed UFOs into the ocean, making for formidable foe, is a formed basis at the bottom of the sea. Alien base. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to create a base here in Europe. I don't know where, but this European base, it's a bit of a problem at leading to the countries living, so I need to make sure that those things don't happen. Might be too late though. Alright, that is good. Come back, and this is not finished yet. 17 hours left. Okay, I need to really make this quick. Okay, where is this going to? Okay, good. I can manufacture and make. I'm sure that I can make 5 more. Because I want to supply this to the other base, Lotus. So let's transfer some of these to Lotus first. The Snakemen base can wait. Okay. Equipment, sci-ams, 9. So you have 3 at the destination, which is not enough. I'll probably transfer 7. Bake more here. And 8. Yeah. Okay, good. Now I guess we can make laser cannons to sell, because I already transferring the IMs here. Or I can, let me just stop it for now and then see the state of the... Yeah, let's equip craft now. So yeah, just gonna empty this. All the cannon can probably go to the base. Yeah, it's part of the transfer they're going to make along with this craft. So yeah, I think this is a good amount. Probably reduce it by 5. Motion scanner, sure. Medikit, Psyamp, and alien grenade 10. Crew, just can probably just give them a new craft to go into. See if I can do that. Nope. Yeah, the armor probably stays. So no crew, weapon system 1 out of 1. So it's all full. And I forgot to make a plasma cannon for this. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Craft weapon. Make 2. Yeah. 17 hours? Okay. But I think can still equip the Avenger 2 here. So these guys will come. The 14, right? Everybody will come. And I think the hover tank takes up 4 spots. The rookies will be joining us as well. It's a big commitment. One more. Heavy and equipment. Launcher. Laser pistol. Laser rifle. Okay, that's plenty. It takes 6 hours to fill everything. Armor. Check the armor here. So some of these guys definitely have to have flying armor. Snipers, I give them flying armor. I think there's plenty to cover for all the psionics going to be bringing in. Yeah, it might be a bit too many psionics. Maybe I should create a B team or something. Maybe I should do that. So I'm just bringing around 8 troops on the ground, and the rest of it is going to stay here, stay in the Avenger, doing mine attacks. That's kind of interesting, to be sure. Alright, so craft, send 1 lightning over there to Jasmine. See what happens. Siam's arrived. Okay, good. Bring around 10, right? Let me just count once again. I think I'm bringing more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, I don't think I have enough. Yeah, need to leave 1 guy out. Bring in maybe this guy? Or rookie sniper? Okay. So we are more or less set, just need to wait for the weapons. Landing arrived. So we have this now. Another hangar might be nice. But not right now. Retaliation. Where? Oh, here. Could we target it? Let me see. We are still making the Siams. I guess we can go out and then take this. What is it? Supply? Or scout? Okay, let's intercept it. Okay, so this is our craft that I want to use. Yeah, so this interception missions are going to increase the rating for the month as well. So need to be more proactive and just got destroyed. Yeah, I think it's gonna count a bit more than making a land. Okay. Plasma beam and loaders complete. Alright. Let's allocate manufacture. And I think it's going to be laser cannon from now on. Go for 15 to be sold. Now the engineers here are, yeah, there's some lot of engineers here. This is being sold, right? Yeah, to be sold. Okay, so let's wait for the morning to arrive so that we can try to tackle these guys. Oh, okay, let's go to base and then increase the capacity for the blaster launcher construction. Okay, good. Very high supply mutant ship. For now, I'm gonna take the Snakeman base or Snakeman ship from Egypt. Let's check the craft once again. Crew. Yeah. Equipment. Let me see. Yeah, rocket launcher but no missiles. Might be useless. I think rocket launcher is useful against Snakeman. Definitely. But I don't have any missiles, so I need to buy some. Small launcher, stun bomb, alien grenade. I guess I bring some, but I don't know whether it's going to be useful. Proximity is what I'm going to be using against these guys, or even just mind control attacks. I bring 30, so I think it'd be okay. I'm doing the psi amp. 12. Alright. So let's go there and then have a look. Intercept. And Lotus, right? So we can see the crew. Let me see, what is this? 22 crew, 1 HWP, so this is what I want. Oh, I don't have any weapons right now. But I don't think I really need weapons because it's just an intercept mission on the ground. So yeah, no worries there. Alright, let's go and then have a look. Hengvas. So all the PS star guys just gonna get yeah, they're gonna stay more or less in the, you know, in the craft, so they don't need this kind of grenades. This guy didn't just start off with this in hand. They're not gonna be involved in the battles, at least for this battle. Just gonna test out their abilities. Proximity is going to go somewhere else. Yeah, might be useful. I'm gonna give him this instead. Hey, plasma clip. This is a rifle clip. The game is not really expecting me to use this many psionics because I don't think there'll be enough Snakemen to go around, even. So it's going to be a battle for the experience point for these guys. I guess I can mix some things up and then, you know, allow these guys to go out and then be involved in some of these battles, but not right now. Definitely want them to be more geared towards psionic attacks. If they stay inside this craft, so they can get to this you know, pile of equipment if they want to. Some of these guys, yeah, I mean they're okay. I mean Assault, pretty well-rounded guy. I think I need to give them a bit more. I don't think I need to snipe with the blaster launchers, although it might be pretty cool, but not in this mission. Wow, they really like their blaster launchers. Bianca doesn't have any weapon. Interesting. She's a pretty decent shot though. Maybe I removed it myself. I think you need more than one clip at most. Okay, we are back to this guy. I'd like to have more proximity grenade. Known to be very effective against Snakeman. Just save this configuration. Apply inventory template. Okay. Alright, so we can see right away one particular enemy inside So let's do snapshot. Hopefully it's gonna work, or aim shot. I think I have the TU to do it. Good job. Yeah, very accurate. Alright, let's smoke this area. I think I can throw it over the hover tank. Yeah, they are now inside the buildings. I forgot to mind control this guy because I was so excited to find the guy just in front of me. I'm sure I can find more though very soon. Because I'm really close to the UFO itself, so I get one guy out. Hang boss or this guy. Okay. So we hear some UFO door sounds as well. I don't think there's anybody here. There's that door. Do I see anybody? Use the smoke if you can, and have a look over here. I think this guy could throw another smoke. Doesn't have any. Alright. Hank might be able to do it. Let's have a look. Okay, don't see anybody here. Wow, that's weird. Okay, Hank. Oh, now I see one. Alright. That's great. Oh, alright. Got shot. Yeah, got in a shot here, and I'm okay. Alright, let's have a test here. Let's have a test how effective some of these guys can be, especially the star ones. I do this from the very start. No. They're a bit overmatched because of the lack of skill, I think. Shadow. I'm just have a lot of psionics. They're too far. So far, no success. Maybe I should panic them first. Maybe that's gonna work. Now I'm getting a bit worried. Okay. Maybe they have a new breed of Snakemen who's resistant to the side attacks, or maybe this guy is a bit too away or removed. Oh, finally. Maybe I should just... Yeah. Definitely gave us a run for the money. I don't know whether I should be concerned just yet. Yeah. This guy up there. Yeah, go under some of the... Go behind some of this landing gear. Wow. That's pretty close. Have a bit of a peek here once again. Oh, alright. Okay, once again. Mind control attacks here. This guy. I think it's gonna give them at least a bit of skill. Panic this guy. Yeah, so panicking is not too bad. Maybe if I panic this guy, it's going to be difficult to follow up with any mind control attacks. Then one more guy out. I think this guy might be able to shoot at this guy. close for comfort, but I think I'll be okay. With everything. Auto shot once again. Now some of this guy can throw the proximity grenade, just in case. You throw it here. Oh, blocked. Next turn. Start with this guy. Good. And more guys out. So HWP is gonna have a look once again on the building here. Oh, it's a pretty big map. Wow. So that's the edge of the map. Okay, come out around here and then throw. Ah, I see. Yeah. Prime it and then throw it a bit farther this time. Okay, yes. So organizing some soldiers so that they're positioned as close as possible to the enemy. Ready to deploy. Yeah, I think I brought too many. Definitely need to select some of these guys to be like the other team, basically. Be quiet. I can definitely see some of these guys moving around, but they're more or less empty, so I don't know where these guys are. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke this area and then try to tackle the, or try to face the aliens around here. Throw more proximity grenade. This is activated. Okay. Throw a bit farther. Okay, that's pretty good. Maybe have a look over here if you can. Kind of blocked off. Maybe there's a sliver of corridor the aliens can use. So let's have a look. Oh boy. Yeah, more guys are coming out. There was apparently a guy inside that I didn't know about. She's okay, she's not hurt. That's cool. Just it doesn't work. Yeah, I think I need more skill. Definitely. Let's test with some guys I already used before, such as this guy. Bit of trouble here. Probably panicking. Yeah, probably working out. See if I can panic this guy. Okay, panicking works rather well. Am I control after this? Yes. It was pretty hard, but then I think it's gonna get only better. This guy's rather slow, and you can just check nooks and crannies. This is only going to help. So I need to delete this this guy's TU so he doesn't move around and can be mind controlled further. Move this guy, maybe throw one again here. Throw. It's empty. Alright. That's cool. Let's see if I can find anything here. Okay. Nice direction shot. Oh no. Well, it's unfortunate. I think she survived the first shot, but didn't make it. Successful, great. Oh wow, look at that. Alright, some more guys to play around. Try to mind control. Interesting. So apparently this guy died due to the blast of the proximity grenade. Should panic this unit first. Panicking might give us a bit more time. Attack successful, and then the rest of the way is going to be all mind control attempt. Right, yeah. Okay, so we can see more of this space. First of all, get you off of this. Just check a bit more here. Ah, hello there. Yeah, so there's one more guy inside. Let me see if I can bring in one more, like, panic unit, for example. Alright, good. Yeah, so Wu Jin has been very effective this turn. Very cool. So we have a couple more guys can bring in the mind control attacks. It's only going to get better. Check the inventory. Yeah, dropped it, and I'm gonna delete this so that they don't move around. Too bad about the losses. Probably need to hire a bit more guys. I was maybe hoping I can leave it until the second half of the month, but doesn't look to be that. Doesn't look to be the case. Yes, I need to walk a bit. Yeah, next I'm gonna throw. So they're gonna just kill each other. Yeah, use these guys to see the rest of the map. There's one guy who was previously mind controlled. I think I can create another chain here. Chain of mind controlled unit. Yeah, so I mean, they're just starting out, so they're not that effective right now, but this guy has already been mind controlled before, so if this unit doesn't work, right? Wonder why I'm not able to reliably mind control this guy. Maybe because I'm holding on to two different weapons at the same time? Not too sure. Sure I can shoot this guy down then. Yeah. Good job. And maybe set up another Worked to a T. So just gonna repeat and rinse and repeat. Don't think there's any Snakemen behind the craft, so I'm gonna just station my craft here and then overwatch. And yeah, so some of these guys can come here and then prepare to throw some proximity. Berserk. So we know where this guy is. You can still see a bit of what is happening inside the craft. I think they're more confined to the craft now. And the roof is still intact, but then all the, I guess, good stuff, so-called Elerium, might have been lost during the landing here. Smoke is kind of getting weak, so maybe I should get another smoke field going, field of smoke going. Really berserk now. Alright, now I think I need to set up. Yeah, I should prepare to enter the UFO. Okay, so I can go into this field of leaks or something. Slowly trying to head toward this entrance. I think the alien here has been has recovered. Might come out. They turn 20, so they're gonna come out soon. Throw this. Sure. Looking here probably is going to be safer. Snakemen cannot move that much, so I think we might be able to track them even before they can see us. Okay. Right. Come out or not? Okay. Okay. Right. 2 of them. 1 of them dead. Get this guy to check. I can track this guy. I think they might have been affected by the... Not too sure, but could have been affected by the... Yeah. Across the... through the door, basically. Again. Yeah, second time dead. Alright, so there was something that I don't know, maybe there's a balance that I should try to go for. I do want some of these guys to survive the blast so that we can mind control them, but if it didn't work, then yeah, it didn't work. I do feel that just get rid of them is going to be our first priority, so okay. I think these guys might be able to see. Let's wait a bit more. Yeah. Right, so that was a bit of damage here. Not too much. So both of these guys got affected by the blast. As you can see, everything is just totaled, you know, destroyed around them, but yeah, I guess it was lucky. Let me just see if I can mind control this guy for sure. I think definitely we have to just unleash the mind control attacks on these guys. It's not really working very well though, but then hopefully this is going to be a small stepping stone toward dominating the field like I was able to achieve in that alien base attack. Probably panic the guy first. I'm not so sure. It's a bit of a struggle. I like to, if I have a chance, to examine some of these guys' stats. See whether the bravery is actually making it difficult for us to panic this guy. Okay, that was successful. So you can see that this guy is a pretty high strength guy. Yeah, 79 strength, so pretty high, and also psionic skill of 34. So that combination is able to panic this guy and even cause some mind control. Yeah, easy enough to mind control the Snakemen. So let's defang this guy. Wow, has like multiple different weapons here. And then say hi. I think these are the two last guys, so I think just unleash the other psionics upon this guy. Maybe I have some other guy who might be able to do this. Maybe panicking is going to be more than enough. Yeah. Could have used this guy to shoot at this guy first and then finish the job after, but I think against auto shot and then use a hover tank to finish this guy. Or okay, I can probably just use this guy to finish two of them. Shoot inside the craft. Alright, good job, Hank. And this is not primed yet. Okay, that's good. Alright, so there's more apparently. So yeah, why don't you prime it and then throw it, and then find a new spot to hide. Can probably get you moving here. Yeah. So this thing is served us pretty well. Didn't get destroyed, so that's something. Also got blasted by the alien grenade, I'm sure, but didn't get affected. Pretty cool. I think it's time for us to... Oh, hello there. You missed. And dead. More guys. Wow. I'm running out of proximity grenade. Interesting. So all I can do is okay. Make one inside. Yes, I can. Let's just have a little look here. Oh, hello there. Yeah, so he was about to get out. Okay, so let's once again the minor test. Take these guys, the guys who just joined us for their first mission. They can probably panic these guys, right? Or maybe they need to have a bit more strength. I mean, to be truthful, these guys were not that involved in the missions. The other base I mostly used to go on these missions, so yeah, these guys, I understand if they are not really up to snuff. Although, it'd be nice if I can panic this guy this turn. Alright, good. Mind control? Oh. Okay, one more attempt. That's it. one more guy. Alright. Alright, yeah, so it doesn't take. But he's panicked, so do other shot. Alright, so that was it. Yeah. So one thing that I noticed was how green the psionics were in this base, so I need to really get these guys up and running. And also, unfortunately, got one operative killed. I definitely check out who it was. I got some alloy surgery food, yeah, the alien components that can be sold, and also some artifacts from all the heavy plasma. So as you can see, we got skill across the board. Some of them got a lot more. I don't know what this is. I don't know whether this is a PS star or high strength psionic, but yeah, she got the most skill level upgrade, and also this guy Ujin, who was able to do the most psionic attacks. Okay, so overall pretty good. Yeah, we got some strength and also stamina, so they can also use more than one attack. I think some of the soldiers didn't have enough TU to launch more than one attacks on the aliens, but then now they probably can. So Iona Bianca, the heavy, unfortunately died, a squaddy. She was responsible for 1 kill. Okay, so let's go back to base and wait for the plasma cannons to be finished. Just trying to compare the soldier skill level. So we've been using some of these guys, and they have around they didn't have any problem mind controlling the mutons, and these guys will be joining the Snakemen base raid the next episode. But then from what I can tell, the Snakemen could pose a bit more of a problem for the psionics, so I probably need to bring a good mix of soldiers and the psionics if I decide to attack. Yeah, I think these guys will have no problem. I was able to do pretty well against the Snakemen. But then yeah, these guys, starting from with these guys, they might have some trouble, although their size strength is pretty high. Just checking out the psi levels here. Yeah, so some of these guys, even though I use them for a couple of missions, their skill levels are half of what we have in Tunya base. So that's one of the reasons why they had trouble in attacking the Snakemen psionically. Yeah, so 20s and 24s didn't really get improved, but then this guy definitely made a difference with skill level 40, so hopefully I can reach that level pretty soon and go from there. Alright, so let's sell some stuff. We've spent a lot of money in this episode. Heavy plasma, I can probably sell 4, 5. Okay, power suit. Alright. Aliens. Sell all these. And then components. 28, so I need more of these pretty soon. And alloys I think can sell around 90. Don't need too much. I think I got around 120 in the last mission. I'm not so sure, but I think I got a substantial amount. Sell these. And we got 2 million, that's good. We got we got pretty good score here. Yeah, so we are starting out with 1,000. It's okay, it's gonna go up. Yeah, so next up is going to be Hawaii and more interceptions around the world. And maybe setting up another base, given that our base raid is successful. Another base in Australia. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, please stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play Enemy Unknown. So we are right now in the so-called alien temple ship, and it's a pretty big ship, and I don't think I haven't scratched or even advanced like one third of its length. Wow, look at that! It's a huge ship, and I mean, I have just broke the entrance, just broken in, infiltrated, and now working through different rooms where we are introduced to the. I guess it's like they try to introduce all the enemies that we fought along the way, and then the alien. I don't know, the big Kahuna alien. He's actually trying to explain why they are failures, and I guess it's going to end up with the humans being the ideal candidate. That's why we are here to enslave you all, and all that, building up to the dramatic finish. So we've gone through sectoids, floaters, cyber disks, drones. I think we have yet to face up against mutons, and I think we just encountered a thin man, which is one of my favorite enemies to fight, and they've caused me no end of grief in my time with this game. Even more than mutons, I think. Yeah, and then we are able to just get through them, and then need to also mine this poison cloud that they left. Yeah. But always find the cover before advancing, and then always be overwatching. That's the deal, and then like I mentioned, this is going to be damaging for any of the guys without Titan armor. So for example, Ghost here will be affected. With some of these guys, this guy has Titan armor, so he can probably advance. But we are waiting on the thin man to appear, and then Johansson, alright. To bring him, I think, around, because I want to use some of his abilities. And I back our squad up with Johansson. I guess she can move a bit forward, because other guys are overwatching and she has Titan armor. Highest health point for a sniper. And you can see the poison cloud now dissipates. Can move up and have a look. Oh my goodness. We've stepped in a major way, folks. We stepped in it.
And yet they are incapable of brilliance, of independence. They will never be more than primitive warriors, serving only to fight and die, as did those who came before them.
Okay, that's not too nice. Anyways, yeah, he was talking smack about the mutants. Okay, what to do here? So Shimizu cannot go past this. We need to do all sorts of different stuff to survive this. First of all, I need to measure whether I can aim from here. Yes, I can. $82. Okay, let's go for it. No turning back. 6. Let's check a rifle territory. That's nice. I need to try to control one of these guys. Mind control the other guy. Yeah. Skirting on thin ice. And that alien could have activated another pod. Okay. Definitely mind control. Once again. The person probably more interested in the controlled aliens than us. Yep. So it's mutants and thin men. Let's see if I can do rift. I cannot do it. It's blocked. Alright. Don't think it's gonna really matter because two of these guys are already controlled. And she can move back, I think. See what happens. Please don't come. Aim at that guy, please. Wow, only one raise. My goodness, you fail. Alright. That's a good thing. Let's damage all of us. I think one of them will be killed though. Sure. Reduce the HP as much as possible. Second one. Good job. And now we get to finish that berserker. Hopefully. Alright, now the game once again spazzes out because it basically deletes the whole UI, so I don't know what to do with this. Come back. But that was a pretty good defense against the mutant berserker pod. Now we are back with the options. Alright. Good job. 16 critical, now we can move up and then set up. Alright. So I think we'll still face thin men, but I don't know what to expect.
We're green to go.
Alright, and yeah, I'm even afraid to move too far. Let's do this. To listen for alien sounds, but I don't know whether we want to get it. Okay, let's use the Luca to have a look. Alright. Don't know what to expect from this. It's another one of those platforms that is symmetrical from left to right, and if I choose the right side, the left hand aliens or alien pod on the left side will track us down, I think. Okay, so 4 turns left until we can use the mind control gain. Okay, revealing more of the map. Let's just be steady, so unsteady. At least we get the high ground. Alright. DeLuca, be our guest. Nobody? Wow, okay. Guess that's a good thing. Getting to the center is going to help us, I think. In a way. Squad side is going to be available for sure. Oh, actually, this soldier, Humberto, actually wearing Archangel armor, not Titan armor, so he's going to be affected by poison. Alright, so obviously we're gonna take the right side. Need to overwatch with these guys. Using the squad sight.
I've got a visual.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god, no way. Alright, okay. I'm toast. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, so my plan. Are you done? Alright. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, Know what? This is problem. 84, huh? I think there's two sector pods, right? There are two sector pods. Yeah, Luluka has to ghost herself, I think, this time. Yeah, can aim from there. Rift. Can I aim with the rift? He has to go down, I think. It's going to be a problem. Let's try to finish the mutants first, okay? Alright. I don't think I can buy enough time to try to mind control those guys to use against the sector pods. We need to just get rid of any enemies we can see before we prepare for the sector pods eventually.
No way that just happened.
Yeah, that's not good. 57, even worse. Alright. Gotta keep plugging away, I think. 3. Yep, somebody's angry. A double tap? Is there a double tap here? Nope, not this guy. Okay, Shimizu found yeah, she found it. Alright, he cannot shoot. Maybe because he missed already. I'm forgetting about these guys. 82.
Ghost mode confirmed.
Okay. Let me see. So can I use a rifle? I can use a pistol here, right? I can use it? No, I cannot. Yeah, I can only use a rifle. I think double tap is possible. But I think she's gonna miss. Yeah. Did it destroy the cover though?
Shot failed to connect.
She's gonna miss. It's a problem. Big problem. And I need to retire, I think. Get to the cover first. Why can I not use the sniper rifle? Because I moved, right? Yeah, I think so. I think I moved, that's why I cannot use a sniper rifle. So I need to do Overwatch, I think. And for her, I think she needs to get out. I don't know how far she can go. This, I think I'm gonna get damaged. Okay, so this is where they're gonna shoot the sector pods. Yeah, they're aiming at the soldier, and they're gonna shoot at the airship rockets too. And please miss. That hit. Oh, missed. Wow, this is amazing. Alright, now I have the sight, right? Okay, she needs to be somewhere. Yeah, I cannot deal with these guys. I need to move this guy, of course. Please get him. Miss.
I'll get him next time.
%, not working. I need to move her. Yeah, she does not have the squad sight, unfortunately. Thing is, 5, right, double tap. Alright, good job. And I'm going to move. I throw this. I think she might be in danger, so I'm gonna move here. Hope I can see something. Yeah, I can see at least one. I'm gonna throw this battlefield scanner. Hopefully I don't get hit.
Better look.
There's 2 of them, it's disgusting, and he has to move close to the... Can I do this now? No. I need to get close. I don't know how. Can go there and then create a kinetic thing. Kinetic field to survive for the next turn, hopefully. If he gets hit, he's done for.
My mind is my shield.
And then I think this mission is going to be over. Johansson has to move. Yeah, she can see. That's a bit of risk, but something I have to they have to you know, take account of. I shoot from here. Yeah, only one though. Use a pistol. No. Yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. I'm gonna hunker down. Oh boy. What about the other one? Yeah. Alright, Johansson, please survive. 2. Wow, she's lucky. Alright, so 2 attacks for a second pod, right? And she's going... Okay, so he's going to try something. Yeah, they're gonna put the rockets here, so I need to... I need to rip now, or is it... Right. I need to move. Safe from here, but I cannot see the guys anymore. For some reason. Okay, please, big damage. Nice. Good news. One more. 9. Alright. There's no drones around them, so that's good. Okay. So they're gonna shoot the rocket around here. I need to move, right? This 82%, I guess. Gotta try it out. Misses 82%.
Adjusting sights.
High ground misses. That's the stuff that makes me go crazy. Oh no. Oh no, he's dead. Oh my gosh, he misses. Goodness. That is crazy. Alright, Rift. You do this. Let's see what he's made of. Wow. It's amazing. Oh boy, yeah, good job. Double tap. Yeah, whatever you say, alien. Job to do here. Two. I don't think double tap is in the play. I gotta do this. 100% has to be. Nice job. Wow, nice to finish that there. Sector pod. Boy, that was close. Oh man. The Rift definitely works wonders. And then they said it was effective against the creatures with low will. So apparently Sectopod had low will and well, they were like cybernetic. Alright, so time to reload and make sure that we have the mind control ready.
It's killing time.
Back online. Let's do this.
Reloaded.
Okay. So far, it's been okay. Only one soldier got grazed. Call it a success. And I think she's gonna try to take flight this time.
Houston, we have liftoff.
Yeah, and then try to gain some height here. I think she is able to make use of this really cavernous environment and then get some good shots in. And same goes for this guy, but I like to use his mind control if I can. I bring him up a bit forward. Yeah, I don't want to really dash too much. Okay, yeah. She can just stay in the back. Okay, so how long do I have left? I mean, Sectopod was like a big enemy, so I think we're almost at the end. Sectopod is probably the strongest enemy in this game. And I wonder if I get to face more of these guys. Like 12 of them is just... could have been overwhelming, but I think I was lucky. And of course they didn't have any drones to fix themselves up. So that's another one. Nah. Get the snipers ready. Okay. I think we are safe to advance bit by bit. So these guys need to be a bit forward. These two guys. Okay. I think she's able to use squad sight to engage any aliens we're going to face until the next room or next area. Alright, pretty tense, that's for sure. Where should I go? Forward? I don't know. Alright. Sure, there's some aliens on this side, on the opposite ramp. Okay, now. Go to the corner, see if you... Alright. Yeah, so we have pretty good. Okay, so this is our next room, and it seems like we're almost at the end. Oh my goodness, we're almost at the end, folks. A lot quicker than I anticipated. We have not faced ethereals and of course the mutant elite. Kind of weird. It's rather quiet. There's maybe a bug or something. It's empty. Pretty cool. All sniper squad has been pretty good with the double tap and mix of double tap and overwatches. Some accurate shots that, yeah, they were able to overwhelm certain opponents and get some good shot in. Just need to stay together, I think. Okay, I need to secure this area first. Then there's nobody like hanging around, hanging behind, trying to ambush us. Okay, so we can see rather clearly at the other side, so we have a quick look. Already half of the fuel spent. Vargas is also capable of flight. I'm afraid that some aliens are gonna pop out here and then ambush us at the same time as some other guy hanging behind us. That could be interesting. I don't think the game had pulled up anything like that though. So this Rift ability is on a timer. 4-turn cooldown, just like the mind control. Let's see what is going on here in the back. So it's empty. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I think we are ready to head into the next area. Perhaps the final area. It's kind of weird. Big door in front of us. What it is, it's kind of blocked off. So that we have no choice but to fit like one soldier through the door at one time. Yeah, it could be pretty disadvantageous for us as we don't have any soldiers that can mitigate that. Unless we get this guy involved once again with the telekinetic build. We see once again what it does. Immobile telekinetic field that lasts through the enemy turn, distort and deflect incoming attacks. Plus 40 defense to both allies and enemies. Last 1 turn. And then 4-turn cooldown, and I don't think you can stop the psionic attacks like that, only the physical attacks. I think she can land here. Shimizu obviously is going to be very involved.
Jetpack on deck.
She's going to be our support. If there's any ethereals inside, some of these guys will surely be mind controlled. So I need to be mindful of that. Yeah, so she's going to be there. Our 2 scientists is gonna go in. And Ghost is going to also I think she's going to be the first one to go in with these guys. And she's going to try to find the high ground. This guy will go with the rift or something. And Shimizu is going to be a support with the first aid. Same goes for Johansson. She might be vulnerable to any psionic attacks, mind control attacks. Yeah, so it's it's going to be, I don't know what to really expect. But this is it, folks. This is it. No way back. This is it. Yeah. I'm sure that you guys are ready. I'm gonna wait until the next turn to open this chamber. I don't think Overwatch matters now. Alright. Here we go. Open Sesame. Hard to get to the... Alright. Do I have to click? Okay, is that an error? Could be an error. I need to go in. Okay, could be an error. Let's okay. Yeah, so I mean, can't seem to go inside. Need to click the door even from the side, right? I think I should be able to do it. Alright, let's get you out. Okay. Alright. Now, what is wrong with this? Do I have to eliminate all the aliens inside the field? I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's not opening. I guess it could be possible that you might have a straggler pod that has not been activated by the soldiers. Let's have a look here first. Maybe the alien will have to talk or something about how serious the situation is and how he's going to mop the floor with us before we can advance. Yeah. So I don't have the prompt here to open the next chamber. That's the problem. Yeah, it just lights up instantly and then it just goes away once again. Yeah, I don't know. If it's a bug that I cannot surmount, then oh man, that's going to be a shame. I thought that it's going to be the final showdown, but there's something else out and about. It's even more scarier than the ethereals. It's going to go through the other platform on the opposite side. That was to see whether we miss anything, whether we need to press some kind of switch or activate some trigger. I mean, this is working alright. Activity and all that. I think she's able to use go outside from here. Go all the way here. I don't know. I just get some of these guys positioned and then not move from these areas, and there's no aliens around, then I don't know what to do. Think about way to reactivate the game. Yeah, the thing is, I guess developers decide to limit the amount of sound to locate the aliens because I don't hear any sound. Just could be that simply there are no aliens around because we did take care of the mutants and the berserker on one side. But then it kind of seemed very interesting that there was only one thin man. I thought there would be at least a pod of 3 thin men. That's kind of weird. Maybe I missed somebody. Alright, well, yeah, I don't really see anybody. There's really no evidence of pod or anything like that around. Can probably open this door and then see whether we missed somebody, maybe a stray thin man or mutant or berserker, because I saw 2 mutants but no berserker. Maybe it's a mind trick, metagaming. The game is playing on me. Is there any pod here that I can face? Oh!
Enemy troops.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. There they are. Shoot. Yeah, let's get behind this. Yeah, so we missed apparently some thin man, and that's it. I guess that's why it is. And they'll be in a really advantageous position. Yeah, I think they'll try to enter here, so we need to be prepared with all the weapons that we can bring. And we can probably use spit in order to damage us still. We can control their mind. One of the things that we can do to really devastate them from the very beginning. I'm sure that if I get these guys all like in the same place, they're gonna use a spit. For sure, so I'm gonna move one guy here. Still consider the high cover, so yeah, so they're gonna appear here. Opportunist. Yeah, good job.
I'm about to start
And how about the other one?
score.
How about the other one? On the Overwatch, I presume. Go here once again. Yeah. Alright. Can you finish this guy? 62%, that's good enough. Alright. Okay.
Target still up.
At least I know where that guy is. Need to wait with our rifles. And I guess I can devastate this guy if I... Yeah, I shouldn't move this guy here and then try the mind fray. Can I do mind fray here? No, I can't. That was unfortunate. At least I can hide here. Okay, once again. Come out, come out. Ah, boy. Yeah, I should have Luca. Please don't get hit. One, great. That's awesome. That's awesome, Luca. Let Pepe take care of things, if you don't mind. She can still shoot though. Why don't Yeah, let's try it once again. 62%. Good job. Wow. Okay, there's something that appeared. What happened there?
Bring about our redemption and usher in our future.
Okay. So you definitely saw something appear there, right? Some purple thing that popped up. That's probably the trigger that might have happened if I were able to destroy the two thin men before. Yeah. So trying to see what is going on there. Probably need to be very careful though, because it is after the sectopod, so it might be some crazy enemy, like supercharged sectopod or super duper muton or something. Well, let me just find out. So it appeared where we were, basically on the far end of the platform, about to enter in the final chamber. I think it has not been activated yet though, so we can probably go and then have a look. Instantly all our abilities are available. Yeah, Shimizu is able to use a sniper rifle perhaps to shoot at the targets here, although it could be too far. Not so sure. Can definitely try. We need to stagger our guys so that at least half of our forces are overwatching with the sniper rifle. And Duluka can actually move pretty far. Yeah, definitely very useful, and only got grazed, which is awesome. The game is actually giving me a lot of help in this case. Have a look over here.
Here they
Oh
come.
my god, oh my god. Please don't get hit. Yeah, wow, another miss. Goodness gracious. So they're moving. They're moving. Okay, so it's time for some mind control. Yep.
My mind to your mind.
Okay, so one guy is down there and the sight is activated. So might as well just shoot twice and then get rid of him. Or we can get this guy involved. I don't know if he can do mind control from here. No, he can't. Yeah, let's not try to be cute. Just finish him off. Okay, good.
Target disabled.
Yeah, so... Alright, let's move. Let's haul our behind here and see what's in the next room before the control is gone. I think I'll be able to move as long as I don't get ahead of this guy, because this guy will be targeted more or less. I think I can move here. Duluka can move there, and then finally our man of the hour here. Yeah, he needs to survive. He is a VIP. Shimizu, I don't think flying is going to be faster for her, so... Now, is this open? I'm not so sure. It looks like it is kind of different now, but need to go there and check. As far as this guy can go, although in I think 4 turns he'll revert back. So before that I need to throw the alien grenade and do all that jazz. It would be awesome if I can get a glimpse of the whatever we're going to be facing. But it might be too late. And the mutant elites were activated before we got to see them, so they're moving still. So I thought that we were able to perhaps encounter them here, which is going to provide us a way to use the perhaps mind-controlled aliens to get into the next chamber. But it didn't happen that way. They were also moving, so we need to control them far away from the entrance. I think we do have 2 more turns though, so yeah, you can go inside and let's just have a look-see what we have to face up against. Okay, so it's a chamber. It's pretty quiet, so it's good that can advance quick as possible. So we're gonna get Humberto here, Snake Eyes, and see where we can head into. Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good point. Takahashi is going to come all the way. Yeah, she can run pretty far. That's good. I think this guy has 2 more turns. Ghost is going to be right behind him. Okay. Yeah, she's going to stay here, ghost herself in the next turn, or throw the battle scanner. And then, yeah, prepare to go in. And our guy is going to stay behind. Support character is kind of late. I need to run, dash, whatever is necessary to close the gap here. She's going to make it perhaps. But not until we get to see what is inside. Johansson is another such support character. And Luluka is going to have a look, but on Overwatch. This guy has 1 more turn, I think, before everything goes to heck. So, can you go here and then throw something? Yeah, alright, so this guy... okay.
Behold the greatest failure of the Imperial ones. We who failed to ascend as they thought we would. We who were cast out. We who were doomed to feed on the gift of lesser beings. As we sought to uplift them, to prepare them for what lies ahead.
I guess that guy is a head honcho. He has a bit of a different helmet. And they... Okay, here we go. I thought that that was going to be it, but they brought like some... boy, oh boy. Okay, you throw it all the way up there. Yeah, I need to damage him, I think. More than anything. It's really far though. Good job, 5. That is awesome. Okay. Here goes nothing. Control that thing, please. Nice, nice, okay. Good job.
Draws to a close. It was not a vain undertaking, but a necessity, as our physical form has grown
Right.
ineffective. Our search for the perfect specimen was driven by our own
Okay, right.
and now, as long as
Whatever you say, boss. Yeah, okay, she can run all the way there. Johansson can go inside. Maybe she can... yeah, so these guys have to make it in. I think I'm gonna throw the battlefield scanner first. How far can she throw? Okay. So yeah, let's go first.
See ya.
And then she's going to go into some high ground. And then we're going to maybe attack this guy, concentrate on attacking that guy if possible, and then go from there, I think. Right. Yeah, she needs to be careful because she does not have any boost to the wheel. So that's a problem. We'll see. Yeah, you need to vacate the space and get to see more of the aliens. And this guy has to be very close to. Just generally has to stay out of the way. Guy is one of the biggest, best psionics we have. So wow. Okay, so squad side is active from that position. So need to be mindful of that. And she's going to come here first. And yeah, I don't know what I should be doing here. Maybe I should. If I shoot, then it's going to reveal my position. So I'm just going to just hunker down for one turn, and then yeah, she didn't. So she's still invisible, still active. Now this guy, I need to bring him forward as well because I think I bring him here because he's kind of isolated, and then I think he's going to be out of sight of the ethereal. And I need to dash, quick as possible. And then she's going to help with the support. Okay, we have so many different guys here. Yeah, we're going to get killed too quickly. Okay, that was useless. And please up here. Yeah, okay. So he's more interested in the... Oh wow, mind control failed? My goodness. Right, okay, that's great. Okay, now this is not going to be so lucky. Oh no,
Kill them all.
that's not good. That's not good. Oh boy. Alright. So what I should be doing is rift. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. Yeah, I really need this guy to survive, but well, what can you do? And I just lost control of the mutant elite, which is a serious business. And these guys really need to come in and get also affected. 92%, that's pretty good. Yeah, I probably try that with headshot. And can I also get this guy? Oh. Not this guy. Only that? How about the plasma rifle? Can I aim it? 70%. Okay, I can probably instead this is possible. Maybe I can kill the mutant elite at the same time. Another question is whether I can use Shimizu here to... Oh, crap. Don't get hit, please, miss. Crap.
We did not expect
Crap.
weakness. Another of the new breed fails to pass.
I gotta heal wound or something. I think she's yeah, so you cannot use the pistol to... Can I use pistol to... they need to concentrate our fire on that guy, but I don't know whether this is gonna make it worthwhile. To really think about this. And yeah, disabling shot are not available. She's
Watch the flanks.
yeah, so she's considered flanked because of this guy. I need to probably get out to save her. Yeah. And what happens here? 70% double tap perhaps, right? Does this guy double tap? No, he's in the zone. Okay. Yeah, it's not really working out. How about... I think I need to use Rift or something in order to... I think the Mutant Elite is gonna die, which is going to be good. But the other guy is not going to be affected too much. Yeah. So 5. Okay, that's good. Mutant Elite is dead. And I think it's gonna still affect the ethereal as it is inside. And I think that ethereal is special ethereal because it has more HP than the other one. It has like a 5 extra HP. So that is unfortunate. Cinder Wheel, aim mobility. I think I'd rather do disabling shot. I need to think about this. 92%, 62%. Okay, I guess I go for 92%. Seven, almost. Please work.
Disabling target.
I think it worked. Double tap.
X-ray on the move. They're flanking us.
No, I need to move, but I cannot move. Johansson. Is there any cover that she can use, or if she survives, she's going to be yeah. Oh no. Oh my god. Misses. Okay. Yeah, there was that other mutant elite there. Crap.
Cover the flanks.
Yeah, I think I pass. I need to kill this guy, but yeah. I need to. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh no! Oh no! Please don't. Please. Oh, they get damaged. No, that's good. Please don't control my guy. Oh no! Not again. Mind control. Yeah. Johansson. It was Johansson. They're going to attack us. We're going back. That's good. How about this guy? Oh no, he's running away. Don't disappear. Got damaged a bit. And he gained some Yeah, this is where the blaster launcher is going to be very effective. Yeah, she's gonna die.
They're shifting their attack.
She's almost dead. Did he recover? Oh god. Alright then. There's really nothing I can do really. She can actually use the plasma 70%, eh? 80%. Oh, okay. Double tap possible? Please make it. Please make it headshot. Headshot. Please, Shimizu, you've been so helpful. One. Oh my god. Crap. No. Trap. Right. Hey, let's just pour him in. Oh, great. Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy crap. In the zone. She was in the zone. My goodness. Wow, DeLuca, man. Wow. Damn it. She was just like one health left and she was able to do this. What a critical role. And that's it. I think this is the end. Wow. DeLuca really did it. And I don't know what happened there, but their hair is all like black. Shimizu and yeah, unfortunately Shimizu really couldn't do it for us. I mean, 2 shots she had, but then
What the hell is happening?
The ship itself is behaving like a dying star. Becoming a black hole.
black hole. Oh my.
At this distance, the Earth will be consumed.
That's not good. Somebody stop. Hey, I guess this guy's gonna save the world. Actually, this guy was one of the late comers. I was looking for the psionics and this guy appeared and I was not too happy about it because he had a low will and low aim, but he was able to develop himself into the man of the hour and save the world.
Central, I'm bugging out. The package is not on board. Waited as long as I could, sir.
Sir, the alien ship is in motion.
What direction? What direction?
Up.
Okay, so he's controlling the ship to be as far as possible from the planet before it turns into some black hole. It's a big psionic moment. Oh man, Pepe's gone, folks. I'm sure that there'll be a new star constellation named after him. Okay, the Irish hero that saved the world. Yeah, that's XCOM Enemy Unknown, folks, and yeah, that was it. I think that was an amazing shot by DeLuca. I think DeLuca deserves the credit though. Yeah, I got a bunch of achievements, humanity savior, looking back, and a second wave is coming. New custom gameplay options are now available for your next game of XCOM. Select the second wave option of difficulty menu to access the new features to make the game more difficult. Overall score is pretty pitiful. The world is actually the record, I guess, set by the player is 743,000. I only was able to achieve 41,000. I don't know, because Zhang died. If Zhang was still living, I might have added another 1,000. Days until victory, 428 days. Maybe this is the average. Battles 159, battles lost 2, and nobody lost the battle, my goodness. Aliens killed 639, soldiers lost 11. Okay, a bit more. Thought I lost a lot more because maybe because I was also playing UFO defense. There I probably lost 100, more than 100. Funding countries, 13 countries lost, 3. Okay. So I took a bit less days than the world to clear the base. And the device is average. And yeah. Okay, next. Fought more battles to develop psionics. If I didn't want to develop the support psionic, I could have just went for I could have gone into the final mission a bit quicker, but in the end I just decided to bring all the snipers. Lost 11, yeah, okay. Average shot, okay. This is important, 72%, so I was lucky. RNG was actually a lot more generous than the world. Average damage per shot is 6.8. I don't know how they got 35.83. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know what happened there. Average number of turns per battle, 17. It took more time. Yep, be very careful to Ironman. After all, one-shot kills, 297. I use a lot of snipers. One-shot deaths, 19. Yeah, a lot more hectic, a lot more risky. Maybe because in the early goings I was kind of not playing too well, and I just exposed my guys too much to enemy fire, flanked and all that. And also I didn't really try to like use a lot of Overwatch, but I don't know, maybe I was just didn't have the feel for the game in the early going. Kill explosives, 91. The use of blaster launchers, soldiers hired 135. My goodness. Yeah, this is because I try to hire as many soldiers as possible to test them in the psionic lab to get that support psionic. Upgrade 7. First colonel, yeah, so it's average. Infirmary, psionic soldiers 9. Yeah, I just developed so many soldiers to get the right guy. Some of them suffer some wounds that lower their will, so I have to go and start again. And 2 psionics I lost, so I have to start there once again. UFO shot down, interceptors lost, none. Okay, that's good. So it's pretty much average. You know, except for like some weird outlier like the damage per shot and the overall score. Scientists, and this is pretty crazy. I don't know what happened here. So many scientists. I don't know. This is just mind-boggling. Somebody cheated. 1 laboratory. Yeah. So this is one of the some things I found out in the game, that you don't really need to build a lot of laboratory, especially when you get a lot of scientists. I think you don't really need to do that much investment in laboratories. Workshop actually building facilities and items, and yeah, so that's more useful. Technologies, yeah, I research all the technologies that I could research, although I mean the world begs to differ. There's like one or few more technologies that I missed. Average days per technology, species captured, engineers, workshops. All right, yeah, okay. Area recovered, yeah, so it's pretty much on par with the world. So yeah, I'm a world player, I guess. Yeah, so this has been XCOM Enemy Unknown. It's been a fun experience. And apparently there's a expansion pack called Enemy Within, which introduces whole different concept. I heard that it has some kind of different faction that is a human faction that is clearly infiltrated by the aliens and working against you. So that is something that you'd also go up against. And there is some additional upgrades and some tweaks and balance tweaks, especially the squad sight that does not allow you to have critical shots. That really worked in favor for the snipers. Many times, a very powerful, most powerful OP skill, squad sight. Also double tap. Yeah, I decided to bring all the snipers, and it kind of worked in the end. But yeah, I mean, the last fight against the ethereal boss didn't really work the way I wanted to. I mean, everybody was getting their mind boggled and controlled, and then it was that shot that put us over the top, and that was what I was aiming for, that risk reward type of result. And this game basically ups that to a degree that I cannot really experience in UFO defense, because you get like less soldiers involved and they have more things invested, like different skills, and they have all these different things that allow you to increase the odds that you can hope to maximize on the chances that you get against the aliens. Like in this game, it definitely has a higher stake. If you miss, then you just basically miss out of like 5 shots you have. In UFO defense, you have like 12 soldiers, for example, on average, and then you have like 3 shots, auto shots per soldier. Then you have like 30 something shots. Even if you miss, you have like 30 more shots to pin your hopes on, and one of those shots will take down the alien. But here, you don't really have that kind of luxury. So all the skills basically point to maximizing the effect. And it's kind of fun. It's definitely intense, and it leads to quicker games because you either lose all your guys or basically steamroll everything. But there were some times where I had to use a medikit and try to sustain our guys to fight the next battle. So there are times where I had to think about preservation rather than all-out attacks. But most times it was basically all offense and trying to get into just in a position where I can fire first. And I think I'm gonna talk a bit more if you can indulge me a bit. And you probably make another separate video comparing the 2 games. This game, I heard in one of the videos I saw, like a presentation of, this game was, I think, developed to be basically a carbon copy of UFO Defense first, but then the development changed in a way to make it more board game-like, especially the battlescape. So they kind of changed how everything works, and I do see a bit of a disconnect between the geoscape, how you manage the base in the geoscape. For example, you can make a lot of weapons, but then the weapon is kind of only useful for certain classes. In UFO Defense, you can use all the weapons that you can get, and you have to purchase everything and have to manage everything. But in this game, it just does it for you. You don't need to resupply grenades, and yeah, it just wants you to focus on what is more exciting in the battlescape. There's a good and kind of bad, I wouldn't say bad, but more shortcomings, I guess, in terms of the reward factor that you get as you see your base grow. For example, in UFO Defense, can probably consider the bases as being the unique living space where you can use your creativity, I guess, more than here, where that individual base customization that you can do is kind of more boiled down to a single soldier, different armor, and I mean, you can also fit your guys in UFO Defense with different armors and all that, but here you get to like basically customize even the appearance, and they all have nationalities and everything, so you get more attached to them, and then I guess that's kind of where the RPGness comes in. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I find to be something that people might like going into the strategy game, especially when this is the first XCOM they play. Then yeah, they definitely will take to it very quickly, because it is similar to other games where there's some RPG elements. But if you have played UFO Defense, you might feel a bit alienated by this. But I'm talking about a game that has already been released like 10 years ago, and this game has come to capture the imagination of a lot of different people across different platforms. Probably sold more than any strategy game this generation, previous generation. So this has become the blueprint for other tactical games. They all had RPG elements, have similar UI, similar progression, basically two-tier movement and attack scheme gameplay. I guess geoscape element is something where they differentiate. I think I saw such implementation in Jagged Alliance Rage, where they combined commando type gameplay and they kind of mixed it together to make it a bit, they made it compelling enough that I thought they had promise. And also, new Jagged Alliance 3 game that's gonna come out, and I haven't really heard anything aside from the introductory trailer last year. That also takes really heavy inspiration from the XCOM game. And Firaxis, they finally were able to get a license for the next strategy game. I think it's Marvel license, and they're making a similar type of game using superheroes. Might be even more RPG elements probably added to it as you control the heroes to do some crazy feats of wondrous things, environmental destruction and all that. I mean, this game has environmental destruction that is very impressive. Basically makes a difference between success or failure in certain cases, and it's really nice to see that environment being a very effective means of going up against aliens, especially when they're behind the cover and then cover gets broken. Then you have definitely better chance of subsequent attacks. The graphics are pretty cool, procedurally generated environment. Everything kind of works, although I had some problems in locating some of the exact points on the map, like tile on the map, so I threw some grenade, like smoke grenade on top of a train instead of inside the train. That led to casualty, I think. And yeah, I basically sent some guy on a really wild loop. I don't know why they chose that pathway, but then he went all up the roof of the craft while I just wanted him to move inside the corridor. Moved up, and then they went down in some point where there's a ladder. So some of the things I kind of found rather weird, but overall I think it was a pretty tight experience, pretty polished experience. It's been 10 years, so all the bugs, major bugs have been ironed out. But as you've seen in the last episode, there were a bit of still some bugs like UI disappearing all of a sudden. And some of the weirdness with the pod not generating, so I have to go back and activate the pod once again to advance the story. Those kind of things, they're still there. But on the whole, it was a great game and I enjoyed it immensely. And I hope you enjoyed especially the last episode where the RNG had the last say. Okay, once again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, please stay tuned.